Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm doing a reading for Sunday, September 21st, 2025. And as I shuffle my deck, I'm getting an idea of how everyone's going to be doing. And yeah, so if this doesn't resonate with you, then please move on. But if this found you, then I guess it found you for a reason. So let's get started. Okay, so I've pulled a card already, and I'm just getting an idea for the overall reading. I like a little bit more context, so I'll pull a second card, which I normally do. So someone, or some of you, are really kind of sort of starting to look over your accomplishments so far, sort of bringing in the harvest. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. And we're really kind of starting to really think about how far we've come and starting to settle down. So we have the Three of Wands as well. So settle down, move on, go somewhere new. It could be any of those. It could also be, you're ready to start new challenges or adventures. Yeah. We have the Six of Swords. So again, it's the same message with moving forward, really evaluating your assets and how to kind of move forward with that and not look back at maybe mistakes you've made in the past or issues that you may have had and just leaving things behind you. Like there's a lot of movement so far in this reading with the Three of Wands and the Six of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So with this card, I think it's really just about how, like the wheel, just the center of the wheel just kind of stays still while this just kind of goes around and around, either clockwise or counterclockwise. You are moving clockwise, right? I think that's clockwise. Anyway. And you're not going back. You're starting something new. You're moving forward. You're leaving things behind. What did I say? Like, it's almost as if, like, some of you just want to retire, or start a new chapter in your life, or like, maybe you're at, like, the stage in your life where you're just done with all the BS, and you just want to leave that behind and move forward. Right, so we have the Empress. And so with the Empress here, she, or the Empress energy, as I like to say. This is really sort of going back to the Seven of Pentacles, about really kind of looking at your accomplishments, sort of bringing in the harvest, really kind of bringing in a lot of warmth and character. I don't know why. For some reason I said character, or like presence of mind in your character. So you're ready to just kind of finish up whatever it is that you're doing and move forward. Because when you started whatever adventure you're on, you're like a new person now. So now under the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Swords. This is a lot of forward movement, like I've said. You're ready to just go ahead and do whatever you want, because you have no more barriers. You've left things behind that no longer serve you, and you're moving forward with the Wheel, and you're sort of coming into your own with the Empress energy here. So moving forward in your way of approaching things, you've kind of just given up on old habits, old sort of, I don't know, it's like you're giving up on small talk. I guess that's the only way I can really think to put it, is that you're done with all that sort of shallow stuff and you're ready to move on forward. So we have the High Priestess, and I think in some way there's wisdom in the unknown, and kind of, you know, there's a bravery in willing to kind of take that chance to step out of your comfort zone into the unknown. And I suppose I'm kind of reading this like the Fool card, but really the High Priestess is about like mystery, right? And the unknown. And I think in this instance it's more about taking that first step. Even though you may not know what the outcome may be, you're still kind of moving forward. You're kind of like dipping your toes into the water, kind of getting a feel for how things are going to be moving forward. So we have the Five of Wands, and yes, we may not know the outcome right away, and there may be some kind of, I don't know how, like not damage, but some kind of mess that you've left behind. It doesn't have to be your mess, it could be someone else's. But in this way, like, so in the image, here are the like tents, right? So these wands are all blocking your way forward. So the only thing to get from here, the green tent, to the red tent, is to hack through them, right? So you're going to have a little bit of a trail behind you. But that's okay, because you're doing this for yourself, even though it's kind of scary and it's the unknown. It's still kind of something that you're almost destined to do, like something that it's required. My goodness, I don't know why I yawn so much when I do these readings. Anyway. So yeah, you're gonna leave a little bit of a trail behind you, but I think in the end it will be worth it, and whoever gets caught in that path will eventually forgive you for sort of carving out your own path, like being your own person, doing things by yourself. We have Justice. This is kind of like a self-actualization and confirmation that you're doing the right thing for yourself. So it's kind of like a little nudge, like, yes, this is right for you. It's not right for everyone, but because it's you, it's kind of like a nod. My goodness. It's kind of like a nod in like the direction, like, yes, keep going. You're doing the right thing. So we have the Knight of Wands. Again, a lot of forward movement. You're really learning to kind of lean into your passions and go get them. Like, go do what you really want to do, what makes you passionate and happy, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I think that you're doing this for you, and that's all that matters, right? Like, take care of number one first, and that's not selfishness. I think that's just self-care 101. Here we go again. We have the Chariot. And with the Chariot, there is that forward movement, that determination to really get the things that you want with the Knight of Wands, as well as the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. You're really moving forward. You have this sort of passion and determination to get what you want and to manifest that. And it could be a new endeavor in, like, values. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be like a new type of value system. Like, you are not the same person as you were maybe a year or 2 years ago. And you're just ready to kind of quit that old you. Like, that doesn't serve you anymore. And again, we have the Six of Swords. So you're moving forward with a new set of values, a new system of values that you really care for. So good things are coming. We have the World. So with the World, you're really towards the end of, like, you're really kind of not at the end of your progression forward, but you've almost achieved it. Well, you have achieved it, right? So, like, even though you've come out, like, on top of the world, so to speak, don't stop, because the more you do for yourself, the better you can help other people or manage, you know, kind of everyday life, right? So don't let that, even though it's towards the end, don't let that slow your momentum, because once you slow that momentum, then that's when things start to kind of go backwards for you. Yeah, like you're at the end. You've stopped beating yourself up about how you've, I don't know, like so far, like moved through life. You have the 10 of Swords. You're really like not feeling like taking responsibility for other people's actions. That's not your style. That's not you. And so I think what you're really doing is setting clear boundaries, which is good for you. I appreciate that. Clear boundaries are what make the world go round, right? So you've really just stopped beating yourself up, really. Like that self-sabotage is over. We have the Five of Pentacles. So even though it may seem like close to the end, like your values are, some people are going to question your values and what you're doing, but that doesn't mean that you should give up, right? That's why we have the World here. So, see, you're on top. You're finished with something, and that's reinforced by this card, the Ten of Swords, and you know, you've moved on. You're moving forward. And I know other people may want you to feel kind of like guilty for how you're doing something. That's not your problem. That's their problem. They're jealous, basically. They're jealous of what you've accomplished for yourself, and they, for some reason, feel like they have to project onto you that what you're doing is somehow wrong. I'll pull a couple more cards and then do a top and bottom read, and that'll be it. It's the same message over and over again. We have the King of Pentacles. Like, your value system is intact. Don't give it up just because one or two people are jealous of you, and that makes you feel bad, because that's not yours. That's the other people's issues. So, it may feel like a challenge to take the higher ground, but I think it's going to benefit you in the end. We have the Seven of Swords. Yeah. I think this is a victorious kind of card. Like, you've really just kind of given up that old way of thinking. You're no longer that person. Again, the same message is reinforced time and time again, just in different ways. I'll do one more. And you've made the journey. You've come back around to the beginning, because we have the Fool. You've made that 360 journey. I mean, why do you think the Fool is number 0, right? So you've really come full circle. So you're really kind of blazing your own path and moving forward, doing your own thing. So I'll do a top and bottom read. We have the Four of Cups and the Emperor. So the Four of Cups is really just like showing you your options. Oh, pardon me. It's showing you your options, not to overlook them. Like the next move you make, you have multiple options here. So the Emperor is here to remind you that it's okay to feel overwhelmed about all these options you have. But the Emperor is also making you, like, is here to help you realize your true potential in the decision-making process, right? So remember, like, it's okay to acknowledge your emotions, but really stay kind of logical and level-headed when it comes to those decisions. But you've moved on from something. Something has spurned you onward, and you've created something that has made others jealous. And they want you to, like, feel bad for your success, which is something you're not willing to do. So, I figured, like, you know, it's important to realize that that is not your stuff, that's theirs. So, I figured I'd do a little bit of oracle reading with the Woodland Wardens deck. And I think the Woodland Wardens Oracle or Tarot deck came out recently, and I'm very excited about that because I love this deck. I don't use it too often, but I like collecting the decks for their artwork. So I'll pull a couple cards from this one to get a feel for just how animals, just in general, animals and plants, kind of like folkloric kind of information, folkloric tales and stories can help move forward. And again, I'll have to read the guidebook if I don't know what the card meaning is. I apologize for all this yawning. I must be more tired than I realize. So we have the sheep and blackberry, and the key word is devotion. You're devoted to yourself, right? You are good. Like, that's all that matters. Like, you're not living up to other people's expectations. You're living up to your own, and you're doing your things your way. Right. We have the fox and ivy, and that's about adaptability. So you're being incredibly adaptable in your own right. You're doing this for you. You're adapting to change. You're creating something new. you're moving forward, and with that movement forward, you're creating this sort of resourcefulness that maybe you might not have had before if you had been dependent on someone else or in a different situation. So I'll pull one more card. We have the Crow and Dogwood, and that's about intelligence. You are smart for doing your own thing. Because living with others' expectations it's not right for anyone. It's kind of like living in a cage, and you want to be free. You want to be able to fly like this crow, right? So you're just very good at, being resourceful, like the fox and ivy, and you've moved forward, definitely. You're fulfilling your dreams. We have the caiman and the poppy, which the keyword is dreams. You're fulfilling dreams. You are doing your thing. Again, the same message over and over again. It's what I'm saying, right? So it's just like you're very independent, and this sort of forward momentum has kind of made you that way, made you more independent of others, and kind of not has led you to not really care about what other people think of you anymore, and to kind of just go through life at your own pace. So overall, I think, good for you. You've moved forward. You've done your own thing. I am very proud. And I suppose some of these readings could be geared towards myself too, but some of them really do resonate more than others, but not all the time. I read what what I get. So I'm just the messenger, right? So anyway, to all of you, I bid thee a farewell and good night. Have a good one, everyone.